show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast. We are so excited to be sitting down with a guest. You know, we kind of don't really do guests, but today is very special. Jackie and I spent all week last week talking about one of our new favorite comedy specials, Life on Netflix, by Andrew Schultz, and today we are joined by Andrew Schultz. Welcome to The
Andrew
Toast.
Schultz.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is an honor.
It is so crazy to be sitting down with Andrew Schultz, like not...
I like the full name.
Does anyone call you Andrew, or is it always Andrew Schultz?
I think it's Andrew usually, but I like this Andrew Schultz.
He's a firsty lassie.
You're a
Feel
firsty
accomplished.
lassie.
You're a
Yes.
firsty lassie. And I say Andrew Schultz.
Firsty lassie. Okay, good.
You know people who you have to say their full name.
I
like
like a president or something.
Yeah.
Right. A firsty lassie.
Yeah.
Ooh, or like a serial killer.
Correct.
Totally. It's not Jeffrey, right?
You're right. You're right.
Well, I bring up your last name
We're
because...
so formal with mass murderers, right? What is that about?
It's too formal. I bring up your last name because it's genuinely shocking that you're not a Jew.
Everybody assumes I'm
Do
Jewish.
they?
Yeah.
And to be
Okay,
clear-
because I did. You listened to what we said about you at the toast. So we don't have to
Yes.
catch you up, but I
Yeah.
was accusing you of being a Jew. And you know what? You're also like a big friend to the Jews.
Love the Jews.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's really refreshing to see. I've seen you on a lot of podcasts
Yeah.
recently. The Jews are always a topic of convo.
Yes.
And you've been a
Everyone's
really good
obsessed.
friend and ally. I want to say thanks.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure. Absolutely.
And to be clear, you don't look physically Jewish. It's just the sound of your name.
You're the first person that's ever said that.
What are you, like Italian?
What are you?
Italian is usually next. My mom is from Scotland, and my
Oh.
dad is Irish and German.
Oh.
Now, I will say,
Oh, so he's German.
well, so there is some family history.
Oh, yikes.
Really?
Well, it depends how you interpret the history. Apparently, my family in my German part on my dad's side was from Prussia. And like they came in like the 1800s, so there's not like a lot of like
So you
They
predate.
missed all the
Phew.
action.
they missed the action. But one like family member went back there to look for like the Schultz family, and apparently in this little town in what is now Germany, but it was like Prussia at the time, they were like. I can imagine the conspiracy theories already on the internet, but they're like, yeah, I mean, there was a Schultz family that lived here, but they weren't Catholic; they were Jewish.
Yeah, obviously. Like,
Yeah, but Schultz is like Johnson.
but is
in
that
German.
you or no?
They don't know. They came back to Chicago and they're like, yeah, there was this Schultz family in like this place.
So it's a Jewish name where you hail from.
We don't use the word hail when we talk about Germany. We try to find other words.
So true.
No, but they basically came back. They're like, "Yo, are we Jewish?" And like the whole family is Catholic in Chicago. They're just like, "I don't know what you're talking about. That
Right.
was definitely like a mix-up or whatever." But anyway, that could be where.
Have
the
you ever
name is.
done like your ancestry, 23andMe, given your DNA to a
No.
big...
And are you scared now?
I
No.
am.
My wife did it and found out she is
Is what? Jewish?
Jewish.
Oh, wow.
But she was raised like Christian, and she like goes to, she'll go to church and everything like that. But like her mom's mom was Jewish
Oh, so she's totally Jewish.
by your guys' rules.
By
if
our
it's
standards.
the female blood.
Yeah.
So technically, my daughter.
And your child.
Yeah.
Oh my God, congrats.
So I gotta protect you guys.
1,000%.
you.
Thank
We'll
you.
take it.
And they're taking me down too if they go after you guys.
Yeah.
100%. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
and I don't
next.
even get to go to your heaven. How
It's
shitty is
true.
that?
It's true. We have like 8 different versions.
We're all
like,
killed, and I just get like, all right, see you later, guys.
We're gonna say
Thanks
thanks
for
so
the
much for your
help.
help. Yeah.
Such a good ally, but you can't get in. No exceptions.
So Jackie and I were talking before because we watched your special, and I feel like actually this is not the first time you came up on the toast. You made news the last time you did a special where you bought
Oh,
back
yeah.
your own special from Netflix.
Yeah.
And I'm so
It
curious.
was
like,
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, I
So
never
we're gonna
said
say
which
like,
one
how
it
do you
was.
go back? And
Yeah, like
say-
with your
Yeah.
tail between your
Yes.
legs.
I mean, I've said millions of things about Netflix. And, like,
Yeah.
I said Netflix was dead on Rogan the first time I was on there, and then did a Netflix special with them a few years later.
And
I
so-
think
So they're
it's,
forgiving.
They're forgiving, or it's like they, you kind of got to be a little mean to them. You know?
Oh, they like that.
Yeah.
No,
They're like a fuck boy. I had to be a dickhead a little bit. Yeah.
When you buy back your own special, like do you just
Yeah.
have to give the money back that you got, or you have to like spend more of your own money?
You
Like
gotta
how much did you spend?
You got to spend more. I don't know if I could legally say how much I spent, but you got to spend more because you got to spend what they think they can make on it. So
And did you make back everything you spent?
Yeah, and some.
We bought it
We did buy
on
it.
Moment House,
Yep.
right?
Thank you guys. Yeah,
We
Moment.
watched-
Well, you
Yeah,
said it
Moment
was
House.
so controversial a streaming service wouldn't pick it up. We were like,
I don't
well,
know-
now we need to know what he said.
I didn't even think it was that crazy. Like, I get it for, like, if you're Amazon, like, you make most of your money selling, like, home goods and shit, right? Like, so why would you want to mess up $1 trillion business on my Michael Jackson joke or
Right.
some bullshit? So I get it as a business owner. If I was a Netflix, or not a Netflix, I'm an Amazon stockholder, I'd be like, don't buy this asshole special. Like, it's
Yeah.
not gonna make the company any money, but it's gonna lose us money potentially. Now culture's changed. I guarantee if like this happened this year, they wouldn't even balk.
Flinch,
about it. Like,
yeah.
it would be nothing.
Yeah.
But
Would you
this
ever go
was-
back there? Like if
I
things
did like
worked
3
out?
movies with Amazon.
Oh,
since then.
okay.
Like,
Movies
I'm
are-
surprised you guys.
So you're an
maybe-
actor?
Did you not see that? No, I hate acting, but I do it
Same.
because isn't it boring?
Yeah, we
We
actually
had a commercial shoot today. And so
Oh.
yeah.
It's really painful. Like I know everyone clowns
We
on
were being
actors,
so-
but
You
like,
guys have too
Miz.
many opinions to be around actors. This actors is like yes queening. Like they all just hang out with each other. They're not really educated about anything, and they just say like the kindest, sweetest thing to each other, and they will go, "Oh yes, you are so right."
Yeah.
Where you girls are like, "I don't like gray carpets." Like you have like strong opinions
Yes, we
about
do.
things, and you walk in a room with them, and they're like, "I don't know what to do with this information."
We do have strong opinions, but like loosely held. At least for me,
What
like,
does that mean?
like I will like go so hard for a topic, and then
Yeah.
somebody will say something, and I'm like,
you know,
yeah, you're kind of right. Yeah, like
dude,
actually, I see that.
The last YouTube video I watch is what I believe.
Thank you. Yes.
I am so easily swayed. Like,
Yes.
dude, especially with kids. Like, I would joke around about this all the time. Like, with the vaccine stuff, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I
Yeah.
hate that's even a topic now.
No,
Like,
totally.
Why did you even give us information that now we gotta learn?
no. When I go to the grocery store now, I take my thermal receipt like this. Have you seen those videos
No, why?
yet?
What's the
The
deal?
ink.
The heat that prints, the printer that prints a receipt like has some thermal like
I don't even know if I
hormone
wanna know this.
disruptors, and I look like an asshole that I don't want to touch what the lady touched
Right.
Yeah.
behind the check, and I'm like, I just
Let's
wish
be
I
real,
never
Jackie.
saw that.
You don't want to touch what the lady touched.
No, I'm literally touching the disgusting shopping
Oh,
cart.
you
Right.
think you're better than
It's
that.
not about germs, but now I'm just like hormone disruptors. Thanks.
Yeah. See, this is what we have to go through as parents.
Right.
And then people call us lunatics that don't even have kids. And it's like, once you have a kid, you're a lunatic.
No, and it's like even if 1 out of the 10 things that they say turn out to be what it is, it's worth doing all the other 9 things, even if it's just for nothing.
Yeah, it's like what is that stupid thing about like not walking under a ladder? It's like I still don't do it.
Right,
I
right.
know it doesn't
yeah.
mean anything. I'm not going, but like
Right.
I know it doesn't mean anything. But at the same time, it's like it's so easy to not walk under the fucking ladder.
Yeah.
So the same thing.
Like,
with
why
receipt.
would you?
Yeah, the hormones aren't going to do anything if they are there.
Yeah.
But it's also I could just wrap my hoodie around it and then have to not deal with these hormone side effects.
Right, just in case.
Yes.
I just feel like I should leave you two alone, like you and your hormones.
We have a lot in common.
Sorry.
Yes,
you're both parents.
It's really parenthood that
do you
makes you
feel-
this person.
I mean, it's.
And
You become
podcasting.
crazy.
I just
Yeah,
want to say,
podcasting.
podcasting like just makes you like curious.
Oh, dude, this is what I want. Go.
And
Say
it makes you
say
have like strong opinions about things. It makes you just think about stuff.
Because you can't just come on here and be like, everybody makes sense.
Right.
Like,
Things
that's
are
not
good and
interesting.
working the way they should.
It's like a reality show. Like the best characters on reality shows are either people who are hyper aware, so they're super insecure about what people think of them, or Kathy Hilton, which is the opposite.
Doesn't give a fuck.
But like, it doesn't even know what's going on. Like, I'll watch my wife watch the Real Housewives thing, and I'll walk in and there's that scene. She's like, I found out I'm Chinese. And they're like, you did Ancestry.com. She's like, no, a person told me in Bangladesh. And you're like, what? And she's like, most of us would say that and know we're being silly. She's completely unaware. She's
And I
being
believe
silly.
her too.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's what we need.
Do you watch a lot of Bravo by osmosis?
By osmosis, yeah. And it's so weird. I like reluctantly watch it until there's a tipping point, and then I'm like, I gotta kind of know what's going on here.
Because it's so good.
Dude, I bumped into Andy.
Oh
We
wow.
was at the Sunset Tower in LA, and he was staying there, and I had to stop him. I'd be like, dude, I don't know if anybody's giving you your flowers. Like, regular TV's kind of dead. The only TV people are watching are the shows you made.
Yeah.
It's like
No, he created
sports
entirely
and-
new.
Yeah. Well, Bravo is sports for women.
Yeah,
Yeah. We like
That's
have
what
watch
it is.
parties. We bet on it.
Yeah.
bet on it.
Yeah.
That's what the gambling companies need to figure out.
1000%.
If they
True.
can figure out how women can gamble on Real
On Real
Housewives,
Housewives, it would be over.
I
Or
think
like The
America falls
Bachelor.
apart.
1000%.
The Bachelor. I think they do that. They do like March Madness for The Bachelor. You have a bracket.
But there's got to be someone who knows what happens. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
That's true.
No, and they send out screeners of the
But,
episodes.
like same with NFL. Just kidding. Literally don't even have an
see
opinion.
how it starts?
See,
You see
strong
how it
opinions, strong
See how it
opinions,
starts?
loosely held.
Yeah.
I
see how
actually
it
don't
starts?
even have an opinion on that. Like
Sure.
I could give 2 shits if it's scripted.
I just like how naughty you thought you were being. And
Yes,
you're saying,
she did.
So is the NFL.
It was just like, that's what people say. That's what the haters
That's
say.
like, you watch one fucking video, you see one tweet, and you're
Yeah.
like, that's what the world is.
Yeah,
Like,
you saw that video.
Once
of,
somebody
like,
opens your eyes to it, like it is a little convenient, that like everything happened with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
and what's his name, Travis.
they, like,
You realize
held
this
the
exact
ball.
thing happens to Jews. That's how it happens.
Oh my God, you're so right.
It's one video.
No, it's
It's
true.
one video. People watching, they're like, wait a
On the
minute.
Rothschilds.
Exactly. What do you mean they own the bank? What? The Fed? What?
Right,
Another
no.
one, and then here we are.
It's actually a fair comparison.
Yeah. Okay.
I just
Okay,
made
we'll
it-
stop.
We'll
stop.
scale back.
Yeah, we'll scale it back.
We feel bad.
So your special came out and everybody's talking about it because it made us all cry.
Aw.
And I obviously felt extremely susceptible to crying. I had no idea. I
Claudia
thought it was-
cried a lot.
I was uncontrollably sobbing. No, I am like super pregnant.
Yes,
but I
good. Congratulations, by
Thank
the
you
way.
so much.
Do you know boy or girl?
It's a boy, yeah. And I've only gained about 11 pounds, which is amazing.
Little basketball.
Yeah, just like, from the back, people don't even know I'm pregnant. They just say, "Wow, she's fat."
That is the worst stage, right?
So I just saw my weight yesterday. I've been saying, I'm like, please don't tell me. This is my first pregnancy. It's like
My
a lot.
wife does the exact
I
same
said, I
thing.
don't want to know.
She says, don't tell me
I don't wanna
when
know.
she goes into the gyno. Is
But
it the
then,
gyno?
Yeah.
then they handed
Yeah.
me a form, and I don't know why I looked at it.
Yeah.
And I saw it right there yesterday,
no.
and for the first time, it was really. I don't want to talk about.
Do you want to tell the people?
No, actually,
I already pressed her.
I
We
literally,
wanted
I
to
sent
know.
her a text message. Like, I'm like,
I thought you were about to say, I'll tell you her weight.
she could say it. It's 105 pounds.
I would never, but she told us like how much she's netted so far. Like that's different than saying
Yeah.
the overall weight.
And I have like a long, complicated history, like with being fat. So like, it's been a journey. But I don't want to talk about me.
Right.
Having
I
said
might
that,
I might want to learn about those things.
having said that, I
Yeah.
turned on your special.
Yeah.
To escape.
Of course.
And I had I didn't really even know what it was about. I just had like seen your comedy before, and I thought me and my husband would enjoy it together. And I didn't know that you were sharing about your journey with infertility.
Yeah.
So I'm
yeah.
like, we could both.
I like to call it fertility.
Journey-
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like when someone goes on a spiritual journey, it's not called an unspiritual
Yeah. To
journey.
become
Yes.
spiritual.
The
like,
idea is, or like,
Yeah.
it's you name the thing the goal. It's like a weight loss journey, not a weight gain journey.
yeah.
Hopefully.
So
you
it's-
name the thing the goal. It's true.
So it's fertility journey. And
love that.
Yeah, our journey to be fertile.
So I knew that was like the subject. I thought maybe my husband and I would both enjoy it because
Yeah.
we did TTC, and
TTC?
try to conceive.
Oh.
That's what it's called
When you're on
trying.
when you're trying.
Got that period. Got it. Got it.
So you say, are you TTCing? Yeah, we are.
That's what just on the internet.
Yeah.
Actually, people don't say that.
I've
they just
never
say we're
heard that.
trying.
Yeah.
trying,
Thank you
yeah.
for that's an important
Very
distinction.
internet.
It's a super intimate
And,
thing
like,
to ask
It
people.
is.
right?
It is. That's why I think you're not supposed to ask people now these days. Like, are you trying? It's like
Yeah.
somebody, but in internet speak, it's like so everybody knows like to stop asking you. I'm TTCing. Having said that, I thought we would enjoy it, and we did. But I really thought you just came out of left field and hit us with a bus at the end, and I was inconsolably crying. It was a mix of things, but also the editing on that little montage. I
Shout out Vala for-
I already
for
did
doing that.
spoil
He
it
was
on the
amazing,
podcast.
yeah.
It was so good.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. He's super talented, and yeah, that was a cool thing. That was definitely a cool thing. When we were doing the tour in the beginning, obviously, we hadn't had Shiloh yet, so a lot of the tour people didn't see that part of the video.
Oh.
And then also you're like terrified, right? Because like I don't
Yeah.
want you don't want to jinx
Jinx
anything,
it.
so
Yeah.
I don't even want to say we're pregnant in the beginning until it gets to the point where like the baby's
Past
healthy,
viability.
exactly. And eventually it gets there. My wife's like, okay, I feel comfortable with you saying we're pregnant. I'm like, okay, boom, we do that. And then I kind of reordered things. And then the end, I was like, yeah, I just feel like they've been on this journey. And I think that we kind of owe it to the audience to know that it worked out. Or just to know. I can't leave every show going, and then we'll see.
Right.
And then all these people are coming out like, what the fuck you mean? And then we'll see. What does that mean? And, but I started, and we did the video, and it was like, yeah, the impact was wild. Like you get these DMs from people, everybody's going through it. Like at my age,
Right.
It's it went from feeling like nobody's going through it to does anybody have them regular anymore?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and it was really comforting.
yeah.
Like you don't feel alone. All these people reaching out, like going, like, "Hey, I literally haven't told a single person because I'm embarrassed, or my
Right.
wife, doesn't want that information."
Are you
out."
saying people reaching out to you sharing male infertility or both?
Both?
Okay.
Both. Like I think that women men appreciated the male infertility part, right?
You don't hear about it a lot.
You don't. Because most of us don't even know.
Yeah.
And if there is any issue, we just assume it's you.
Right.
1,000.
And that's in the
It's-
special,
we're more
but it's
complicated.
100%.
Yep.
And you just have never heard a story about it where it was
No.
the dude. Like we don't. Also, we can see it. Like you guys don't. We don't ever see your eggs.
Yeah.
Like we see.
That's true.
The soup,
stuff, yeah.
but we don't see the actual egg. But our shit we see. So when we look at it, it's like, well, that looks like sperm.
Right.
It looks
And
right.
And this is maybe a dumb question.
Yeah.
Does for sperm like yours look the same as
Yeah.
others? Okay.
Less of it than the pornos, but
Of course.
it still looks like it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't look like they're swimming. They don't look like they're swimming on any porn I've watched, right? So basically, you're just going through this thing. There's no way, and then you find it out. And then when I found out that it was me, it was way easier to talk about on stage. If it was my wife's issue, I don't think I'd be comfortable talking about it on stage.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And making jokes. And
Yeah, because it's kind of, now don't get me wrong, she bears the burden of this story. And it was something I worked on I'm like, I'm not the hero in this story. And I think that was something I feel like I communicated well.
Yeah.
Yes, like you put so much of the emphasis, and the part in the special that really made me start crying was like when you had that scare and you turned to your wife and you were like, I'm so sorry that like my shit is causing you all this distress. Like you're sort of helpless, even though technically it's like your medical issue. And she was just like, no, bitch, it's our problem.
It's
like
our
I just
problem.
loved that. And I also loved how like, I think,
You want to know a funny thing about that
Yeah.
line? Is the first joke I talk about is my people when they're like, they say we're pregnant, and it's like,
So
your
fucking
wife
annoying.
is pregnant.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous and it's insulting to say it. It's like, and I go, it's like when my wife says we made a lot of money.
So funny. So funny.
I did the joke there as a juxtaposition with that final line when she goes, it's our problem.
Yeah.
So like in the beginning, I'm being selfish.
Right.
Like, look at me. Like, oh, I made the money. It's
Yeah.
my money. It's not our money. It's my money. And then in the hardest moment of her life,
Yeah.
she could easily
She's taking
go,
on the burden.
She takes it on
Which
with
puts you
me.
to shame. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like,
She's so much
Maybe
better
it
than
is
you.
our money.
but that's
No, it's not.
no, but you're right. Like that is the takeaway, and kind of like what I learned through it, which
wow.
is like, yeah, it is all ours.
Right.
Yeah.
She's taken on this.
Yeah.
What? She's not born that way. Like she's choosing to take on that struggle. So I'm like, all right, then it's all ours.
Yeah.
Everything's ours.
No, I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as like a lot of what you shared in the special, like we feel, and Claudia's pregnant and I have 2 kids, and like when you go through this time of your life of like having kids, you realize how magical it is and how incredible and miraculous it is what the female body does. And we like talk about it, and I feel like as like women our age, we're like, wow, yeah, that
We're
was
always like
crazy.
hyping ourselves up.
So to hear it from like a man's POV with a comedic take is
Yeah.
like something we've never heard before. And I'm sure also men felt the same. Like, do you feel like the response from this has been so different from everything else?
Nothing like this.
Oh, really?
Nothing like this. Like
I
in
mean,
terms of like,
I've never seen a
yeah.
special like it. Like it was
Yeah.
really
Like
powerful.
Yeah,
you.
just putting like such a positive emphasis on family and
Yeah.
child making and rearing.
But also my biggest takeaway, like I find it really difficult the older I get to watch certain male comedians because if you're gonna, your life is your fodder, so that means you're talking about your wife. And I like we joke about our husbands, we're so mean to them all the time.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I think when people listen, they can tell it comes from a place of like real respect and love.
Sure.
And I just think sometimes
Sure.
you hear people talk about morons. Sometimes you hear people talk about their wives and it's so derogatory. And they
Yeah.
always say like my wife loves it.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking derogatory.
Sometimes it feels angry.
Yeah, no, and it just feels like, okay, maybe it's funny, but like, was this joke really worth it? And I liked that it came through, that I know that everything you shared, your wife ultimately approved it, but I didn't think of one joke that I would be offended on her behalf for. Like, it was still so respectful, but you're talking about her vagina. Like,
Yeah.
you're talking about getting fingered at the doctor, which is so true.
Yeah.
It's literally so crazy how often you get fingered. Like,
It's crazy how nobody even tells you that that's part of the process.
imagine literally just a finger in your vagina. Like, it's
What about the
I don't have to
probe?
imagine.
the probe.
Oh, the silver shit?
Like the I didn't
Transvaginal,
stick, the wand.
the wand.
When they check your cervix.
Oh, I thought that was a vibrator.
Yeah, it looks like one. Like
Yeah,
a-
I was like, oh, okay, we warming it up. What's going on here, Doc?
the wand. The wand.
Yes,
It's so
yes.
crazy. So I just really, really respected your ability to talk about your wife and still like, in a sort of kind of crazy sexual way. While ultimately I'm like, oh, this man loves his wife so much.
Yeah, I heard you guys talk about that, and that was a really cool takeaway for me that like, because again, as I'm doing it, I'm not going, okay, the goal here is that everybody thinks I love my wife. I'm like, the goal here is that we laugh at this like
Yes.
really difficult time, and I tell this story that people are invested in, and then icing on the cake is maybe people went through something similar and they don't feel stigmatized, but that's not the goal.
Right.
But that'd be awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
And But I've heard this take also from a lot of different people. It's like, it really feels like he honors her, or he really loves her, he cares about her. And I'm like, that's cool that happened without it being the goal, because it means that's how I feel about that person. Because it's easy, we know people that pretend.
Yes.
And then in reality, they don't. And then I think what you've seen with a lot of comedians is like, sometimes people marry the person that they think women are or men are. In other words, like if they don't like women, they marry someone they cannot like.
Oh, wow.
And they're not even aware of that.
Right.
And here they are in this relationship not liking them. And it's like, well, yeah, this is what you think of women.
Yeah.
Like, I love women, so I'm going to not settle for someone that I don't love.
That makes you dislike women.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? But like I think some people are...
You're gay.
No, but for real. So it's like, but I think some people don't realize. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I kind of understand where you're coming from. Now listen, like you said, your husbands are going to be fucking annoying. You're going to run them.
Right.
And like some of my favorite comedians have said the most heinous shit about women. But I wasn't looking at them like, they hate women.
Right.
It's a
A
hilarious
joke is a
bit
joke.
about their...
1,000%.
It's different when it's about like women in general versus your wife.
Also, when you make it kind of personal,
You have to be very sensitive.
You're letting people into that life.
Yeah.
And they're going to have opinions based on that relationship. Like, just like if you told me a story about your relationship and that's the only thing I know about it, I'm going to be like, huh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
So what's the process of like you writing a joke and running it by your wife? You perform it first, or you...
Yeah, but we have a good thing. We have a good understanding, which is she's like, listen, if it's jokes, it's good. I trust you. I'm never trying to make her look foolish. Yeah. That's not true. She'll look foolish, but I'm not going to try to make her be, I'm not going to try to embarrass her.
Yeah.
Unless it's for something funny. Like the other day, my wife, we were going to take Shiloh to the Museum of Natural History, and we parked like literally across the street from it. And there's a parking attendant walks by.
Right.
And right in front of the garage that you're talking about.
You like pull up. Yeah.
Yes. And my wife is doing all the paying for the parking or whatever like that. And I asked the parking attendant as he walks in, I'm like, yo, can we park here? And he's like, nah, you can't park here. And I go to my wife, I'm like, we can't park here. My wife goes, no, we can park here.
I'm with her.
Oh no, I'm with the rules are the rules.
The fucking parking attendant is right there.
Well, why would you ask, first of all?
Well, because I don't want to get the ticket. And
it's the same price. The ticket is the same price as parking on the street.
She's 100% right.
It's actually cheaper sometimes to get a ticket than to pay for a parking attendant.
My friend doesn't get a garage specifically
Is your
because
friend
he's
my
done the
husband?
math.
My husband, we get 3 parking tickets every single day. We also pay for a garage, by the way. Yeah. But he's like, but if he's going downtown, he's like, I'll leave it on the street. There's a 50% chance you're going to get a ticket. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
So then it's free. And then if it's not, you paid for a garage.
Yeah, this is girl math right here.
Yeah, 100. It's my
My
husband's
wife
math,
is
actually.
doing the girl math too because she's like, yeah, she does this thing. She goes, Ubers are so expensive these
She's
days.
right.
They're so expensive. And I'm like, where are you getting with this? Like, what do you mean
Right.
Ubers are so fucking expensive? And she's like, for example, like I got a ticket going to this restaurant, but if I Ubered, it would be more expensive than
She's
getting
right.
this ticket. And I'm supposed to be
right.
like, bravo, babe, look at you saving us money. Oh my God. But dude, when
I'm with her.
When the parking attendant said that we couldn't park there and my wife disagreed with the parking attendant who's literally there to hand out tickets, like he works for the NYPD, I looked back at him and I was about to be like, can you explain? And he just goes, no, I can't. I'm not getting involved in this.
Can I tell you something that you should try?
Yes.
If you're parking in an illegal spot, just like a tip, pass it on to your wife. Like go find the nearest car that has a ticket, and you take the ticket and you put it in your own window, and the parking guy will be like, "Oh, I already got this car," and then you move on.
Okay, but then what about that person who thinks they didn't get a ticket?
Not your problem. It's also they mail the tickets like you get.
This is horrible.
You also get a ticket like in person, but nobody pays it. They mail it to you too. So like she'll
They
get it in
do?
the mail.
And, and in that moment, that person thinks that they crushed
And then you're bringing
it.
them
That's the
joy.
thing. You're
Their
giving them
day.
I
It's a
knew
gift
we
for
weren't going to get a
everyone.
ticket. 2 weeks later, bang, right to your fucking doorstep.
No, I'm telling you, it's kind of
It's
a
a
brilliant
win-win.
method. Yeah, this city is wild. Like every man for themselves.
It's so true.
You can't be worried about your fellow passengers. It's just not. There's not enough time in the day.
This is horrible. This is
Whatever.
horrible. Yeah.
Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by State Farm. We know the toasters can agree that nothing feels better than a personal win. Like when you get your final piece of furniture delivered to your house and your house feels truly done, or if you hit a workout personal best, or you do a pargy-licious episode of your podcast or crush it at work. Whatever it is, if you define it as a win, it calls for a celebración. And who's cheering right beside you? State Farm and Jax and Claude, but mostly State Farm. Because with the State Farm personal price plan, you can create an affordable price just for you when you bundle home and auto. So celebrate by breaking out the confetti and those happy dance moves. Happy, happy dance, dance, do the happy dance. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state. So that's like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. No, I will not stop singing because I have the microphone to myself. Thank you, State Farm. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Saks Fifth Avenue. Saks Fifth Avenue is where the girlies and the swirlies are shopping for the pargiest wares. Saks makes it so easy to shop for all facets of my life. Of course, women's wear, clothing, accessories, you gotta stay on trend. They also have adorable things for kids. I can get some nice things for my husband. You know, we do this show every day and we wanna show up, we wanna look nice, we wanna wear something new, we wanna wear something on trend, and Saks keeps us current. At Saks, I found inspiration for wedding dresses. I have gotten so many amazing wedding guest dresses on Saks. I'll sort by their dresses, long dresses, midi dresses, and they just have everything and make it so easy to shop because I know you're busy ladies and you don't have endless amounts of time. So we want to be smart with how we're shopping. We want the pargiest things that are on offer, and we're going to get all of that at Saks.com. So I am doing a little bit of a spring wardrobe refresh now, and I am doing that at Saks.com. They make it so easy to shop. They do amazing edits, so like I can just trust their editors who probably have better style than me, and just get the cutest new things for the season. So shop Saks.com. Saks.com is your one-stop shop for clothing, accessories, beautiful things, timeless things, classic things, on-trend things. They really have it all. They run the gamut of everything that you could be looking for while still making the most of your time and your money. Saks.com. Shop it.
So speaking of our spouses, Jackie and I, it actually happened really naturally. We found ourselves like spending a lot of time being like naggy, bitchy wives.
Yeah.
But we hated that like we weren't.
Like sometimes
we
you're
were
just being right
we
and
were
you
just
sound
justified.
like a naggy bitch wife, but like that's what it takes to
Give
be a
me an
wife
example.
sometimes.
Give me an
Okay, I'm
example.
so glad you asked.
Yeah.
So because it inspired the paper towels. It inspired like this segment we do on our show called Naggy Bitch Wife, where people will write in and being like, "Am I justified or am I just being a naggy bitch wife?"
Yeah.
And so for me, like I'm very clean. I love to clean. I love a clean house. My husband is getting better, but we were cooking dinner and then we were cleaning up.
Yeah.
And so he sprays the like surface cleaner on the counter.
Yeah.
And he wipes the surface cleaner off with a dish rag, not a paper towel, which I thought was just like dumb behavior. And I'm like, you should switch. But then there are certain dishes you have to hand dry. So to hand dry a dish, he'll use a paper towel. Like he's using them inversely.
Inversely, yeah.
And it got me so mad because I'm like, first of all, it's such a waste. And second of
Yeah.
all, like it's just dumb. Do better.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, am I being a naggy bitch wife? And
Yeah.
that one I actually
We were
feel like
split because like
100%.
I feel like if he's cleaning, take the win.
the bar is in hell.
Yeah. Do you remember what his apartment looked like before you guys moved in?
Remember
We've
that
been
place?
together since we were like 11.
There was one place.
Yeah.
Do you remember what his room looked like? At his
Yeah,
parents'
filthy.
house?
And it's
Yeah.
better, of course,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's been 11 years. Like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not pacing the way we should.
Okay, you know, this is a good example of like with gender roles. I hate this gender role. What are we supposed to do? But still, we both do these things that we say we're doing for one another because it sounds noble.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll find myself even doing like I provide,
Mm-hmm.
I protect my wife, like as if guys are trying to punch my wife in the
Right,
head
right.
at a bar. like when has that ever happened?
Right,
Like
right.
yes, I would. I think
Hypothetically,
depending
yeah.
on the size of
But
the guy. You know,
you're not logging a lot of hours protecting.
Exactly, but I said like I protect and I provide as if I wouldn't work if I wasn't married. Like I was a
Correct.
comedian before I was
Right.
married, right? But here's the thing: you guys would be like, I keep this place clean for my family It's
All
like,
day, every
Make a
day.
home.
I make a home. You guys are doing it whether we're there or not. You're not doing it for us.
Okay.
Just like we're not providing for you.
Rebuttal,
But-
though, there is
yes,
more to clean when you live in my house.
100%. But here's the thing. We would be fine with it being dirty. You're the only ones that are upset with it being dirty. We would
That doesn't
live in
make
a
it right
pigsty.
that you wanna live in a barn,
It's
like-
not right. It's not right. It's not right.
It's not
But
right.
it is what it is.
Yeah, like you're really doing it for you.
You're doing it for you, and you're saying you do it for me. Just like when I go work, I'm like, I'm doing this for you. It's like, no, I
Being
love what I
paid
do
by
for a
Ben?
living.
Like, what are you talking about? Shut up.
But this is why we wanted to ask you because
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
do a lot of like advice stuff on our show. And we've had a couple like confounding ones. And we
Yes,
wanted to
yes,
get like
yes. I
a
love
male
this.
opinion because these
Oh,
are
can I have one too that I want
Yeah,
to ask you
please,
about.
please.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this thing that a lot of people have obviously talked about. I'm sure you guys talk about maybe icks. Is that like?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
But
not a big
kind of
fan of
an
ick culture.
anti-ick
Oh,
culture.
I'm glad we're on the same page
People
here.
have gotten so carried away. It's like, don't you
Like,
wanna
they'll stay
meet
with men who
someone?
cheat with them, but not who wear, like, their shirts on top.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid.
So here's my theory on it. Okay. And we were talking to some of the girls in our office about this. It will take a couple steps to get there. Some you might disagree with, but just let me get there, and I think it will make sense. So
he's
a
telling
lot
us
of
to shut
times, a guy in a relationship, I think one of our biggest fears is being with someone that we actually don't like. So we like avoid what is it called when you like say you're in a relationship with each other?
Monogamy.
Commitment. Sure. Yeah. I don't even know the word. Guy gets
Oh,
married.
that's actually a good reason for avoiding commitment because you're scared that like it will
Scared
be
it's
the wrong
person,
one.
and we don't want to be with it.
And it's
then
easier to get out of something that's like not solid.
exactly right.
Okay.
Like some people even ghost their way out of that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like you would never ghost your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Right.
But ghost
you
the
wanna
person
leave
you're
the
hooking
If it's
up
a
option
loose
open.
commitment, yeah.
Interesting. I never thought of it that
So
way.
whereas, and this is what some of the girls in the office said, a woman's greatest fear is being alone.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much familial pressure, and yes, we live in a new day where women have jobs and can do all these different things.
But
we don't want
You
biologically,
still have
we are who we are.
moms
We
and
don't want 'em.
grandmas, and this
Yeah.
like learn to like, hey, I don't want to be alone. So a lot of times women, because of this pressure to be with somebody, to not be alone, will end up dating guys they don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't like somebody, everything about them is an ick. Wearing a shirt that's untucked is an ick. When
Yeah.
you love someone, as I'm sure you guys love your husbands,
It's
everything
cute.
it's cute.
Agreed.
Yeah, when they do something weird, it's like, oh, that's so cute.
Because you love them,
Sometimes.
and you know this about. Yeah, exactly. We might have some
We gotta
issues
be
over
real.
here.
We gotta be. No, I'm sorry. We gotta be real. We gotta be real. Leaving
But-
your toenails on the nightstand, like that's
His
it.
contact lens on my floor.
Emma, listen to what she just said. Emma's my wife.
Yeah.
Because I know she's going to listen to this. Emma, listen to what she just said. Toenails on the nightstand is a normal thing we all do. This is
You
a
do that
normal-
too?
My wife was dying laughing from the shower. She looks at the door of the bathroom's open. She sees me organizing my toenails on the nightstand, and she's dying laughing in the shower as I'm putting together a nice
That
little
is
pile.
it actually makes me feel better because Jackie's husband doesn't do that. So I was like, oh my God, it's like my
Does he have
husband
feet?
especially disgusting.
You don't want to see his feet. He actually doesn't have toenails. That's why.
That's the only reason he doesn't do it,
literally,
because
he
he's done it
doesn't
too
have
much.
toenails.
Yeah.
And so
He did
do
it
you
in his
collect them
20s.
and then do you dispose of them? Or you leave them for your wife to clean up?
No, I put them under the carpet or something. I throw them behind the bed. When we moved
no.
apartments, I threw them behind the headboard.
Yeah.
And then when we moved apartments, my wife sent me a picture of what the floor under the bed
Right.
looked
This
like.
is so good for you because
It makes you feel better.
So bad.
Yeah.
It's just like my special. We all go through it. No. I'm just joking. No, but yeah, okay. So the take on the ick culture is this thing. There are a lot of girls are with guys they don't like. They think it's that they have these icks. They just don't like that dude, and everything about them
Yes.
they're repulsed by.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a really good take. I like for us, we're just like all this stuff. Like these aren't deal breakers. This like
It's nothing.
you can get icked out about anything, and also an ick doesn't mean you should break up with someone. And so if you're just
No.
like counting all the ways this person is like
You don't like 'em,
cringy and
dude.
embarrassing,
That's so mean.
that's just you're not going to like them.
Yeah,
you're, just
you're
gonna
not
look
gonna
at
like
them.
him. This is not for you.
Yeah.
Move out of it. It's done, and you're gonna be miserable no matter what.
Yeah.
If you're worried if he lifts his shoulders in the rain, I saw
Yeah,
that
right.
one, and I was
Oh,
like, what?
actually, I kind of feel that.
Stop it.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Okay. So you guys go. Give
Okay,
me
so
the
Jackie's naggy bitch wife. I actually
Naggy
think.
bitch wife, yeah.
I actually think that.
This is actually not me being the naggy bitch wife, but I was wondering if I was wrong in this situation because I was having like a disagreement with my husband. We didn't reach argument.
And we
level.
never like take each other's husband's side. Like I always have Jackie's back. But, in
this
this
time-
particular, yeah,
And this one, she like wasn't agreeing with me.
I didn't see what you were seeing.
When I'm in the car with my husband and our kids were like, doing a weekend outing, and if I go into the console to get like a piece of gum or hand sanitizer,
She's in the passenger seat.
I'm in the passenger seat.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
And if I take out the hand sanitizer, I'll use it, and then I put it away, and I shut the console, and he goes, "Were you gonna offer me some?" And I'm like, "Can't you just ask when you see I'm using it if you would like some?"
Is it if it's gum,
Both.
you
all
gotta
the same.
offer.
That's what I said.
If it's hand sanitizer, it's actually like a little micromanaging.
Hear that? that.
If it's hand sanitizer,
Let's be real, Jackie. You don't even like hand sanitizer. It's always gum.
Yeah, it's gum.
I have a hand sanitizer that I like. It's a spray. It's peppermint, and you do have to sanitize a lot, like with the kids. I might have just changed a dirty diaper.
It's
or we
totally
just
gum.
came from the zoo.
yeah.
I think that like
mostly
pulling
that.
out gum in a car is like kind of pulling out gum in like a classroom. Like
Yeah,
when you were in
you
high
need
school.
you need to
You
pass
have
it
to have
around.
for everybody.
I just feel like if you want some, just ask. Don't wait till I put it away.
So what I think is this is probably pricking a bigger not issue. I'm not like
Oh, not therapy.
psychoanalyzing.
no,
Okay.
yeah, where he just like wants me to be like, you want this?
I think he wants. I think he might want a little more attention, and he want a little more consideration. And this is an example of him not being considered. Now, I think this happens probably a lot of times when couples have kids. Is all
Your
the
care goes to
concern.
the child,
And
and you
I-
want to be like not mothered, but like thought of.
we want
in
to be
that-
we want to be mother.
Yeah.
And honestly, every guy, even if we're not aware of it, we do want that attention. But another thing we do also, and something I notice even with my wife, is like, I'm so excited to see my daughter. Like anytime I FaceTime my wife, I'm doing it to see my daughter.
Yeah.
And I remember I called her once and she picked up. She's like, "Oh, I'm just coming home from the gym. I'm not with Shiloh." And I felt so bad because her reaction was he
Let me
doesn't
get the
even want
kid.
to talk to
Yeah.
me. He just wants to talk to the kid. And it really made me go, okay, I need to really be putting in time
Yeah.
to make sure she knows how I do feel about her. I haven't changed the way I feel about her, but I need to make sure that she doesn't ever forget that the feelings I had before are only amplified now with the
Yeah.
baby. But as you guys know, it's when you have a baby, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Jackie, is that how you
just
feel when
wanna-
I call you? I'm always just like, where's the kids?
Yeah, I know when she's calling, when just like not for me at all. I actually like don't even pick up those times
Right.
if I'm not like with them or if they're not available to talk or if they're like doing something where I don't want them on the phone.
Yeah.
But no, I don't feel that way because we talk all day.
Yeah.
Like as I feel the love, you know.
Got it.
So what's the last thing your wife nagged you about? We're going to tell you if she's being a naggy bitch wife or if she was justified in
But it
bothering
really
you
is
about
interesting, like sharing our opinions because like both sides are human here, you know.
Yeah. It's crazy that crazy that women are
Yeah,
human.
everyone's
It's crazy that women are. You're like shocked. Like men are human. like when you
know
think
what I mean?
about it.
Because we say like
No,
people
yes,
write
yes.
in the craziest stuff. Like this one girl was like saying how her husband just like pees, like he'll pee
Oh, yeah.
in the sink
All
in
the
their
time.
bathroom, like
The toilet's free.
the toilet's free, and like
he
sometimes he'll
chooses
just
to
like pee
pee.
in the sink.
Why
And
is
he's like,
that?
"Is that am I?"
And she was
a naggy
asking
bitch
if
wife?
that was like a toenail thing. Like, do all
No,
guys
that's
do
not
that?
a toenail thing.
And we were like,
It's not
your
a
wife
toenail
is
thing.
your husband's an alcoholic, and he needs to really figure that out. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Claudia always jumps to your husband's
Husband's gay.
gay.
yeah. Well, what was the one? Oh, the guy. Like,
Wait,
did
why
it-
is being in a sink gay?
There's something kind of gay glory hole about it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Or like the girl who
He just wants because there's a mirror in front of the sink.
the guy was like he really didn't want to show her his butthole, and I was like, oh, because it's like stretched out because he's gay.
Wait a minute. Why would she want to see his
For
butthole?
some reason, she wanted to see his butt.
Like
And
a
he,
sexual
like,
thing?
No, it was like either medical. Anytime it's ever come up, he's like so crazy about it. Like sometimes you have to see your partner's butthole.
I showed my wife my butthole and my wife's father my butthole within like the first few weeks of
Is he a
dating.
What were
doctor?
the circumstances?
I had a hemorrhoid. I had
That'll do it.
brutal hemorrhoid, and it was just not healing, and I didn't know what doctor to go to, and it
Is
was
your
like,
What are
wife's
his
dad a doctor?
qualifications?
no, he's just a plumber. He's just, but I figured he'd know about that.
I
kind of-
honestly
no,
feel
I'm
like
joking.
Maybe he's had
he's
one.
he's a gyno. No, he's a gyno.
Oh.
Yeah, so like she basically said, she's like, listen, my doctor is a gynecologist, and in pregnancy, this happens a lot with women.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's a lot of
True,
pushing, you get
true.
hemorrhoids, so he would be able to diagnose it if you want. And I was like, yeah, sure. So
Spread
I just
'em.
I went to the bathroom, I took
Spread
a
'em.
picture, and we sent it over. That was
Wow.
the first
You
interaction.
took a picture
I
of your
had.
own butthole?
Yeah, that was the first interaction I
Did
had
you
with her
yoga?
father.
That is so funny.
No, I think I
What?
just.
Flexibility.
Wait, were you out all four? I'm just curious. Like
I think I went like this, and I went up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's probably not a very good picture.
No, it wasn't flattering. His hair all over it. Yeah, I didn't shave. I didn't go. I didn't make sure my booty hole looked good for her dad.
Right.
So do you think the guy who doesn't want to show his butthole, what's that about?
I think he's just a normal human being, and I think his
I know, but
wife
like
is a
some things
freak.
call for it. Like
She's
an
gonna
enema.
stick something in there. There's
enema.
no reason. Did she do the enemas? Like, why is she?
sometimes you need your partner to give you an enema.
Wait. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience. What is that like?
Oh, I could tell you. I've given Ben an enema one time.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on
he was
now.
really sick.
Did you
They're
write
very
this?
close.
Did you write this question?
No. And I'm not weird. Like Jackie's very weird. Like about body parts. Like
Don't do this.
I'm not really.
weird.
I'm not icky. No, like things don't gross
Proceeds
me
to
out.
say the weirdest thing ever. Okay.
Yeah, no, like
I
she's
mean,
not
like,
like she's not shy.
sensitive,
Yes,
like,
I understand what you're saying.
I'm
I don't know,
more
like a
shy.
butthole's just a butthole. I don't know. It, like I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
And he was really sick, and I was like wanting, I'm also like kind of freaky. Like I like popping pimples. Like I like certain,
That's a normal girl thing.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
The butthole was just like, let's see what's going on, and I gave him an enema, and he felt so much better. And honestly, I felt like a hero.
What'd you put in there? What type of?
It's the Fleet brand.
And it's just like
It's saline solution.
Just saline, because they do coffee enemas.
Oh yeah.
Oh
wasn't-
no!
Okay.
This is like if you really want to know, you squeeze it up.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait 7 minutes.
So he's got to hold it in.
And you get like the worst. It feels like you have the runs, but you
Yeah.
have to wait the 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And 7 minutes are kind of like hellish. But then after that, you're on the
It just
clear.
flows, and he was just
Exactly.
loving life.
And he was really grateful. And I kind of saved his life. And I think that's maybe one of the reasons he wanted to marry me.
I think. Wait, this is before you guys are
Oh
married.
yeah, it was really early.
Oh, you
too.
got to marry that girl.
Yeah, 100.
Because
she knows
if-
too much.
Yeah, 100%. You got to marry her killer. It's a girl that shot something in your asshole. You can't walk around the
Oh, that's to
street.
say, sometimes you need to see your partner's asshole.
Yes, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
so-
I mean, you and I have done that, so
Correct.
we know for a fact it works.
Did your wife's dad deliver your baby?
No, didn't. We got it delivered here up in
and
was it
he's not here.
Presbyterian? Yeah, he's out there on the West Coast.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what was-
60. What is it? 68th Street or something like that. 71st.
Yeah, Presbyterian.
It's phenomenal, by the way. I don't know if anybody's planning on having a kid, but like, I mean, it's an amazing facility. Like amazing. Like you can get private rooms and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And for as stressful as that experience is, to walk in there and not have to deal with the other people that were also going through it,
Right.
it was incredible. So.
I'm
Nice.
glad you had a nice experience.
Yeah. So they just said if I shot it out on 7 podcasts, we'll get the next one for free. No.
That's nice. We're happy to have facilitated that for you.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Let him know.
We really loved the special. It was just really so. It was
Naggy
so
Bitch
different.
Wife. I was thinking, what was the
Oh
one?
yeah.
Yes.
What is the
Naggy-
last thing your wife bothered you about? Like household
God.
chore wise,
Oh, chore wise, she doesn't really bother me about that. She's like very great about the chore wise. Here's something that I think is good. But I think I would agree with this one.
Okay. A self-aware king.
Well, it's like finding. We had a conversation about like what is the bare minimum amount of time undivided time that you want from me, with me and you and the baby, and just me and you a week, where no resentment can build up,
Right.
where you don't feel like important and valued. What's the bare minimum? And then let's exceed it. But let's just find the floor where you'll feel valued, important, and a priority. Because I think it's very easy, like in entertainment, as you guys know, it's very easy to be like, oh, I got this thing.
Yeah.
Or there's another opportunity. There's always another thing.
Yeah.
And like, for example, with Shiloh, like the goal is I'm with her every single morning and I'm back by 6 o'clock and I'm there until she goes to sleep. And it's like, everything's got to end at 5:45 so I can be back by 6 or 5:30, whatever.
Is that you
like
telling
this.
us? Okay, we'll get you out of here.
No.
Oh,
So
true. Sorry.
unless, for example, I'm with her longer during the day.
Right.
But I don't want to lose a chunk. So if I have, this many hours, but you still got to apply that to wifey. And so I don't think she was nagging. I think it was like her going, listen, I don't ever bother you about work. Have you ever once heard me bother you about work? 100%. But if you're home and I see you on your phone or doing something like that, that's going to make me feel, it's actually going to just make me feel like you don't want to be with me or you don't value the time with me. And she's like, I know that that's not the case, but that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
And honestly, feelings are what matter. We could say all we want about like, well,
What's
here's
real.
the data definition.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, okay, great. Congrats. This is what it fucking
I'm
feels
still
like.
upset.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and it just made me go, oh, wow. If she doesn't ever bitch about work. So why don't we find out the amount of time where she really feels fulfilled?
Yeah.
Right. And then we're just valued. And then if we go over it, it's even more. And I know if it's under it, I know what that sentiment is. It's
Yeah.
not just like this ambient resentment. It's like she's frustrated or feels rejected.
Yeah.
So I don't
That's
think
not naggy at
I
all.
think it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, from your POV, how nice it is to hear, like, I just want to spend more time with you. Nobody ever says that to me. Like, that sounds so nice. Like, you're amazing. You're funny. We have a good time together. Like,
Yeah.
if any, like, I don't think that, first of all, that's not naggy at all. And second
Yeah.
of all, it has to feel good for you.
Yes, 100%.
So what
Right?
do you guys do?
So we schedule. It's like date night, 2 date nights.
2 date nights a week?
Well, if depends. If I'm doing stand up, I'm on the road and
Right.
that kind of stuff. We usually do Tuesdays. When I'm not, now that it's over and we're not on tour, we do 2 date nights a week. And then I think come summer will be a little different. Like we'll be out east, so it's like, okay, from this time to this time, I'm doing all activities with her and Shiloh. So we're either going to the Children's Museum or whatever the hell it is. And that's every single day. No meetings, nothing during that time. Like, obviously, it's emergency, call me, but we're not scheduling any podcasts or anything during that time. And then 2 date nights, and then like a night out maybe with like friends or something like that. And then after, that seems like a lot of time.
Yeah.
It is a lot of time. But like after that, if I'm saying, hey, I'm going to go hang out with the boys or we're going to go out do this, it's not this.
You're choosing to do that over time with her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which it can come across like that if there isn't like an understanding. This could all backfire in 6 months and I come back on here and go, guys, don't do that. That's a horrible idea. But at least we're trying to find things that make each other feel
that
good.
seems like a common denominator of what people say is like really date night time for yourselves and like enjoying time, of course, with your family, but then also each other.
What have you guys like? Well, you've had 2 kids, so like, what have you learned is helpful?
We're really bad about like date nights and stuff, but I will say that whenever we do it, like it's extra special for us because also like we don't go out separately either. Like we're just kind of home and we'll just like I guess hanging out at home counts as time spent together because it's not like he's going. I guess he actually plays his pickup basketball and
he does it like once a month.
no, he's been like.
But it's important.
He cut his eyebrow last time. Like
it's important that we have those things.
Yeah.
We do. Like
Yes.
it makes us, and that's the thing that like I think sometimes women don't realize. Like we are much better at home and much better to be around
when you get out.
Yeah, no, and I love that for him.
What's your thing? My husband golfs. Like what's
paddle, not
Really?
pickleball, padel, paddle.
Right.
Yeah. And I love that, and I just like it's
so funny.
exercise. I get out. I can have some time by myself. Like I can have my time to just kind of think about
Are you
shit.
good? Every time I play, I feel so stupid. I'm like chasing this ball around a box. Like
Yes, I'm not good, but like I take lessons. I'm so obsessed.
wow.
Like I'm
that's
trying to
good.
get good. Like
Okay,
I
good.
really want to get good. But it's just having a thing to get better at.
Yeah,
I agree.
A healthy habit.
Healthy habit. I'm not out, and I tell her, my wife, and my boy Jason also tells his wife, it's like, listen, you guys want us to play paddle on vacation because then we're not going to be out late drinking.
Right.
If we have a
You
game
gotta
in
get
the
out for
morning,
paddle.
Your knee
exactly.
hurts.
This is beneficial to everybody here.
Yeah.
And but yeah, now she gets it. She's like, listen, I don't want you to go do this thing that takes fucking 2.5 hours, 3 hours, but I do recognize that after you do that, you're just down to do whatever the family wants to do. It's
Right.
just, we want to go to brunch. All right, let's hit Sadelle's. Let's go shopping.
Yeah.
If I like have a great paddle game and win, like I want to buy her
I was
something.
in a great mood.
I want to buy her shit.
What was
I'm
the last
like,
thing you bought your wife?
a stupid jacket at Chanel that we should return immediately.
Heck
But I was
yeah.
feeling
Jacket.
good. I was feeling
Of course,
good.
big Netflix special is number one on Netflix. I saw. Like,
Everybody's talking about him.
No,
the
no.
family
he's getting
man.
booked on the toast.
This
like-
was the coolest thing. This was the coolest thing.
Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Minky Couture. And the thing about Minky Couture is once you go Minky, you can never go back because Minky Couture blankets are so soft and luxurious. It feels like cuddling with a cloud, with a Claudia. I can't always cuddle with my cloud, Claudia, so that's why I cuddle with my Minky Couture blankies. They have the biggest selection of colors, sizes, and patterns on the market. Yes, in my bedroom, I have the Grande blankies. Bruno loves those. In the boys' bed and cribs, they have the toddler blankets, which are the perfect size for kids' beds and for cribs too, and just for travel on the go. They have sizes, colors, patterns, something for everyone. They are the creators of the original Hugs blanket, which is a stretchy, plush, and double-sided blanket that hugs you back. Also, Minky Couture is a female-owned business. We love that. Started by a mother who just wanted to provide luxurious comfort to her daughter. Like, we love that for all of you, and we really appreciate it because we are reaping the benefits. So Minky Couture is also passionate about giving back to the community, donating over 30,000 mini Minkies to NICUs across the country every year. This is the best blanket ever. You can follow them on Instagram at Minky_Couture. Visit softminkyblankets.com and use code TOAST at checkout for 50% off all full price blankets. That's softminkyblankets.com. Use code TOAST for 50% off all full price blankets. Do not sleep on Minky Couture. Sleep with Minky Couture. Capiche? Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Noble. Noble is a footwear brand for training and for daily life, built to support you in your pursuit of physical, mental, and emotional strength. We love Noble because they celebrate a no bullshit approach to wellness. There's so much literal crap out there, especially in the wellness space. Trends, fads, empty promises. Noble is truly a mentality. You are the only one who can make yourself better. Yes, I would call Cogers and I two people who do not bullshit, which is why Noble is really near and dear to our hearts. We also love it because it's so trendy and all the cool kids are wearing Noble, and so that makes us feel really awesome. Noble is known for their best-in-class award-winning footwear. With options across training and lifestyle, Noble has options for everyone. The best part about Noble is that they're, of course, great for training. They're the best in class if you're doing high-intensity stuff, a lot of running, but they're also the perfect shoe if you're just like looking like you're doing high-intensity stuff and a lot of running. So you can really wear them from the workout to the brunch or just the brunch. You know what I mean? So the Noble all-day shoe is the shoe for everyday life. I love it. I use it in my everyday life when I'm running around with the kids, when we're going to the playground. They're just like a great shoe to have and to wear. They also have the cutest colors and prints, so I suggest browsing their website and trust that you'll find something that you love. Exclusively for toasters, Noble is offering 30% off your order. Visit www.nobleproject.com/toast for 30% off your entire order. That's www.nobleproject.com/toast for 30% off your order at Noble.
So she used to do this. My wife used to. She went to NYU probably around the same time you were there.
Yeah,
you guys might have went to school together. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we were doing a little research on her before. We read
Yeah.
the People magazine. She went to Gallatin.
Yeah, did you go to Gallatin?
No, I was in Steinhardt.
Steinhardt is
The dumb one.
Education.
what's it? What is
The
it?
easy one to get into it, but it's a focus on education.
Education. Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys were around each other at the same time.
I graduated in 2016. I'm 30.
You're
How old
30.
is she?
She's 30.
Oh.
You were literally there with Timmy Chalamet. All three of you guys
Was
were
he
hanging
there?
out. I think at the same time.
I had gotten a boyfriend, my husband,
Yeah.
a freshman year. Like I didn't talk to anyone. I was like, bitch, I have a boyfriend. Get away from me.
fair.
Like
That's
I
what you
thought I
told
was-
Timmy Chalamet?
I
You
was
said,
like,
"Get away from
no,
me."
the girls too. I was like,
You're single.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I had a boyfriend. I couldn't believe there was somebody who wanted to hang out with me. I was like,
Yeah.
I did not make one friend in college. Like actually, I did
Really?
one.
So you locked in. You were isolated.
Yeah, no, and we got
just-
married we got engaged like a month after college ended. Like that was it was
Yeah,
just a
he was
means
just
to
like,
an
wait,
end.
he knew he
Okay.
had to, like she needed to graduate in order to get engaged.
and then
you just
literally
locked
that
it in.
so
day.
if I missed your wife, that was more on me.
No. But anyway, so she went there, and then she went back, got her MBA, and then she was working for a while, and then while she was working, she was also doing this thing called Blistered Peppers, where she would like do reviews for restaurants, but also do her own cooking and put out these recipes and everything. It was really cool, and she's since stopped it, but she loves cooking and like
Oh, is she a
just
great
loves
cook?
food.
That's
Yeah,
so great
she's
for you.
fantastic. She's fantastic,
Yum.
and just really just loves just food in general. And so for her 30th, I made one of those books, but I made a cooking book based on all her recipes.
That's so cute.
So like she had like a website with all of them, but like I actually got the pictures printed and like bound, and that's like, here's this cookbook with all your stuff. And then the last page is like, but my favorite recipe you've ever made is.
Shiloh.
That's so cute.
We love a homemade gift. You also got the Chanel
Oh, and
jacket
the
too,
Chanel
right?
jacket.
Yo, you know what I realized?
She was like, "This is nice, but
Can we go to Chanel?
No.
It's a little chilly in here.
Yeah, I can't read this book with this AC blasting on my neck. What is this? No. What I realized with my wife, though, maybe it's her love language, is like that means so much more to her. Now,
Yeah.
she likes a nice thing. Don't get me wrong. She likes jewelry. She likes nothing.
She can hold space for two.
She can hold space for multiple things.
Right.
Dude, the coolest thing about Ariana Grande was her calling that interview insufferable.
It was.
Right? Like it was awkward. And then she went out and she was like, guys, I know it was so awkward. And then immediately like, oh, you're cool. You're self-aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's nice to see.
it's nice to see. Anyway. But yeah, she just loves those like thoughtful kind of gifts. So now my focus is like on that, which is a money saver.
Yeah, I don't think that should be your focus.
A little bit of both.
A
Balance.
little bit of both. What did the jacket look like?
I don't know how to get it up for you, but it's like it looks like
Like a winter coat or like a blazer?
No, like that kind of blazer one that has like the
buttons,
Chanel
like
buttons.
classic one,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
yeah,
Very nicely
yeah,
done.
Yeah. No, it's a nice jacket. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's like kind of up to like waist length.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
imagine it. What color?
It looks like the Palestinian flag.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, okay.
It actually is the print from Chanel that they've been doing forever. It's
So it's
just that
red,
white and
green.
The tweed?
no, it's the black and white.
Oh, the houndstooth.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a keffiyeh. That's
That's
really
the
funny.
keffiyeh.
Oh, a
Yeah,
keffiyeh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's what
That's really funny.
I was joking with her on that. I was like, oh, interesting. They're getting so political over here at Chanel.
That's really funny. I love
Coco,
that.
wow.
Coco, wow.
Well, we know you do have to get back to your kid.
Shiloh.
And
Yes,
we
of
really
course.
appreciate
We
your time.
respect Shiloh's time.
So we can't recommend the special enough. It's available on Netflix. I saw it.
Thank you.
You know, topping the charts. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, guys.
It's called Life. Make sure to follow Andrew on Instagram. And,
And you have a podcast too.
Yeah. I do a few pods, so you can check those out too.
You host a couple.
Yeah. So I do one with Charlemagne the God, and then I do one with my buddy Akash and my buddy Alex and my buddy Mark, and that's called Flagrant.
So you have a lot of friends.
Flagrant.
We're
Yeah,
hanging.
that's
We're
the
hanging.
one.
We're hanging.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
We see you on the charts. Do you ever see us?
Yes, of course.
You had seen us
Everybody
before.
knows the toast.
we always
Really?
wonder.
What do
Yes.
you guys? I feel like you guys are all
Well, I feel
friends.
like you got all the girlies. You definitely got
do.
all the New York girlies. So like, I asked my wife because I was talking about. I was like, oh yeah, you know, these girls were talking about the special, and they said some really beautiful things, and I wanted her to listen because you said that, hey, I really honored her, and it feels like
Yeah,
I
you
really
needed
love
her
her.
to know that.
And I was like, you gonna see, right? You gonna see, this is what people think, so you should think. And she was like, yeah, of course, yeah, I know the toast. Like everybody knows the toast. So I feel like you got the New York
God.
girlies.
We have like a chip on our shoulders. I don't know if you could tell.
Why? What do you think?
We're just kind of outsiders.
Yeah,
I
we
feel like
are.
you all hang out.
Yeah.
You guys all go on each other's podcasts.
And it
But
makes
you're
sense.
you're
'cause,
like away. Why?
yeah, no, and we're different. Like we get why everyone
We're
hates
not like
us.
on the circuit. No, we get it. When we're not. We
We're
don't
not
feel
mad.
Like we don't feel like it's personal. We
Yeah.
just feel like we kind of like are missing out on all
the next time
fun
you guys all get
times.
together with like the male comedy podcast crew,
You guys need to come.
We need to come. We just
I
want to
think,
meet
I
everyone.
think
I
you
met
guys got to
them.
pop one Flagrant and just like, we got to talk to
think
Naggy
we need
Bitch
to
Wife
pop on
segment.
Flagrant. Tell the
This
guys,
is a great
like,
idea.
be like, they're cool, they're funny, they're beautiful, they're thin.
Like
Like
Claudia did the 5K. Like she really tried.
I did the 5K, yes. And by the way, nobody spoke to me when I was there.
Hold on.
Exactly.
What if we let you guys help us with our Naggy Bitch Wife problems?
I feel like we could really come together.
yeah, because you guys might agree on some of the nagginess.
No,
Yeah.
and we have tried to enter like your crew. Like
Yeah.
I ran a fucking 5K with Tom and Bert.
Oh wow.
I didn't even talk to Tom when I was there. Okay?
No.
He didn't even say hello to me. Okay,
This is not
And
good.
Bert only said hi to me because I was with Josh Peck. Like,
Wow.
I'm telling you, they see we are outsiders because everybody sees us as such.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but
think we got to
just
bring
don't
you
know
in.
us. Like I
you
don't
guys
think
have a
there's
chat?
any malintent.
Do you have like the chart topping comedy podcast? Is there a chat without us?
No.
Like Joe,
No.
Theo, Matt,
There-
and Shane.
Tim is nice to us.
We
like
love
Tim.
Tim.
A
Tim
lot.
is great.
He's
Yeah.
canceled
Have
on
you
us.
had Tim
He's canceled
on
on
here?
us twice.
We've meant to. We've been scheduled to a couple times, and it just didn't work out. But like we know
But
his
yeah,
heart.
by the way,
he
You
guys would
invites
have
us
a lot
to-
of
He
fun.
invites us to stuff,
Jackie.
like, which
Yeah.
is really nice.
It needs to be said. Like it didn't work out because he canceled twice. Like we were ready both times.
Tim's a busy
busy.
guy.
Of course,
He's
of
meeting
course.
with like spies and
We
shit.
love him.
No,
We
he's
do.
so
We do.
funny.
So funny.
Tim is he is one of the best people.
Yeah, he's the only one who's made an effort to be our friend.
Which
like-
is really means a lot.
I mean, I'm telling you, like in terms of talking into a microphone and staring at a camera,
Talent.
few people in history
Agreed.
are as funny, and he can do it with nobody else in the room.
It's so crazy
It's
to listen to
unbelievable.
his solo episodes,
And
and
it-
we rely on each other so much.
Dude, same. All the pods I do is like there's the more people in the room,
Collab,
the better.
yeah.
And it's funny when I go on his pod, I almost feel bad because I'm like, I know everybody just wants to listen to
too.
Tim. So, and I find myself on the pod even going, why don't you just tell me about the things and I'll just listen. I'll just
Yeah.
watch it live. You know, like I'm here for this too.
That's really funny.
I'm going to do that next time I go
He's
on.
a
I'm
nice
going to do
guy.
a disclaimer to the audience. I'm like, guys, I just want to let you know, I just want to listen as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
So
let's.
you're like attending a live taping.
Exactly. I'll just be here in case he needs to take a sip of water.
Well, the next time the crew gets together, just suggest inviting those two chubby Jewish girls.
Well,
Like,
why the crew? Why? I mean, when you guys are in New York, why don't we all just hang? Come by the
Yeah.
studio. We got to do something.
of course,
love
we
it.
just want to be included.
Yes, you
The
are.
thing is, we
included.
want to be invited. We're not going to come, but we
yeah.
want to be invited.
Tim invites us. He's going to stop inviting us.
Tim has invited us to so many barbecues.
You want to not go? That's actually.
We
really
just
good.
want to be
we
like
just want
thought
to
of.
know we're
And-
thought of.
Yeah, like know that
Nothing
we're
feels
part of
better
the
than being
group.
included.
Yes, but and then not attending.
Well, we're tired.
Well, if it
Exactly.
works
No,
out.
that is the best.
yeah.
Being invited, and then
It's-
I like those
'cause
people that
being
win the
invited is like
Oscar
it's
but
like
don't
a
even go.
burden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything better than that?
Yeah. So just let the crew know we're available for bookings.
And like
I'm
we're
gonna let
open
them
and
know.
we're so proud of what everyone's doing and we're cheering them on.
And we
Yeah.
love the community. Like we really do. We love what we do.
We're so
We-
inspired by them. Like seriously, everyone's really funny and they're crushing it and they
Yeah.
get amazing
and
guests.
you know, we don't want to say that like we're not invited because we're women, but we're like literally the
I know
only
that's
ones.
what everyone wants us to say. We won't say it because I actually don't think.
But
that's
it does
the truth.
beg the question.
I just think like you guys all know each other from the past and like
Dude,
from the
it's-
comedy
From the
clubs.
road.
So we had like I think it's been like a year since we had a woman on the podcast or something
Right.
like that, and there were like the
It's just a
three
coincidence.
the three girls on
Yeah.
on the Office came for an episode where we were discussing, and they were on, and like in that moment we're like, guys, we broke our streak, man. It was like 52 straight weeks without a woman on the pod. But
we
yeah,
get
we need
it.
to do a little bit more.
Things happen.
We need more women on the pod.
Or
But
just
there's
like in
a
the group
reason
chat.
why like the big ones are males, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to start a group chat with you guys and nobody from the podcast circuit, but I'm going to say that it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like,
Are you
guys,
ashamed of us?
you're on with Theo, you're on with Shane, you're on with Rogan, and it's really just going to be like my mom, my cousin,
The girls in your office.
people. Yeah.
That's
Guys,
like
let
what
it
happened
rip.
to us. Except I have an app where I can look up phone numbers, so I would know that you were lying.
Oh, you're like a
a
snoop.
freak. Yeah.
It's a good thing to have.
Really?
Even
called-
like just as a layperson, like, oh, who's texting me? I forgot their number.
Someone from high school.
Who
It's
is
called
this?
Mr.
You don't
Number.
have to say who's this. Then you can find out.
And all of our information is available?
You have to pay for it. It's $25 a month, but
Most
yeah.
I
people
bet
are-
you my name won't come up. I bet you my mom comes up.
Search it.
Oh, so a lot of times that happens, but I recognize people based on their last name.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not going to ask you for your phone number. Just type your phone number in.
Yep.
And this is an app I pay $25
Oh, yeah,
a
don't
year
ask
for.
on the
I mean,
show.
get a plug for this. Like you're giving them huge.
No, it's the best app.
Here,
Okay.
I don't want to show the camera.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing, yes.
Good call.
It says Andrew Schultz. Look.
Oh wait a minute, I thought that was saved on your thing.
Why would I have your phone number?
Oh wow, that's right.
But,
I guess we hadn't texted.
No, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You
It should
get
say
you
my
get-
mom's name.
or you should get your number privated because you're like a celebrity now.
How do I do that?
Have you had to change your phone number at all since
Dude,
making
my
it
phone
big?
number's gotten leaked, and like, honestly, when people change their number, I think they're being drama queens.
Yeah.
Because my phone number got leaked, and maybe just no one gives a fuck about me. But like for an hour, it was nonstop. It like blew up. and then after that, it was
Was
like
it fans? Who was calling you?
Yeah, it's just people were watching the pod or something like that. And then after like a day or two, it just goes back, and I'm like, a day or two of dealing with that is way better than having to text
New
everybody. I have a
people.
new phone,
Yeah.
and it just seems like just such a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still get messages from.
So now that I have your number, I'll start the chat and you can add Joe and
I'm
Tim
gonna
and
add
everyone.
Joe. I'm gonna
Theo.
add Tim. I'm gonna add Theo.
Bert and Tom.
Tom.
Bert and Tom
fan of
definitely.
Tom. I read
yeah,
his
shout out
book.
Tom. Tom's a great
Yeah,
guy.
Jackie did read Tom's book.
I don't think you read mine.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, I'm gonna
It's
have
a
a talk with
children's
him.
book. You should get it for. Well, I'll send one
What's
for
your
Shiloh.
favorite
Copy.
children's book?
The one she wrote.
Yes, of course, the one that I wrote. But I actually have like really strong opinions.
Wait, that's your favorite? The one you wrote?
Yeah, no,
It's so good.
It's so good. Like Dr. Seuss could never.
Can I
That
tell you?
was, that was a Kathy Hilton moment, right?
It's amazing.
You're never
It's
supposed to
amazing.
say that.
No, that's how
The best one. And
Okay, what is the name of it? What is the
It's
name
called
of
The
it?
Camper and the Counselor.
Okay.
And it's about like a
Summer camp.
summer camp, and it's about a young girl. So I think Shiloh will really love it.
I'm a huge fan of children's books. I Love You
Some
Forever
of them.
is my favorite.
Oh my god.
gosh,
Can't stop
tearjerker.
crying.
It's unbelievable.
You know what's a piece of shit? Rainbow Fish.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Communist Manifesto. Have you read it recently?
No.
You need
All
to
look at
about
it
like
with a
giving
critical
away
eye.
all of your personal shine and
Like
your
this fish had
possessions to be
special
like
scales.
everyone else.
And everybody was so jealous. And he had
jealous.
to give them away. Why?
In order to be accepted by the group.
So the dancing giraffe one is the opposite of that.
Okay, what's the
Interesting.
story?
Like I think a giraffe something, but it's essentially like this giraffe. Like everybody comes down to the watering hole and dances or whatever like that, and like he didn't really know how to do it. He was dancing weird. I forget exactly what it was, but his weird dancing is actually in the end just the way that he reacts to the music, and the people really love him. And it's about individual spirit.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
what
that's nice.
you do
Your
might be
differences are what
unique,
make
but
you
that's
great.
awesome. Yeah,
Right.
that's like American
No, Rainbow
propaganda.
Rainbow
shit. Like,
Fish was the opposite.
What is it? Giraffes can't dance. Giraffes can't dance.
I
It's
know,
like,
I'm
no,
familiar.
it's not that you can't dance. It's like you dance different, and that's awesome that you dance
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
and you should like embrace and love
That's
that.
not what Rainbow Fish is.
That
Take another
sucks.
look.
I don't like
Take
the-
a
Take
second
Take another
look.
look. It's really actually bad
You
for
gotta
kids.
be careful of the shit that they ingest.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
for sure. Do you know Llama Llama?
Of course. Is that bad? Don't tell me that's
no,
bad.
I like Llama Llama.
I think that the mom.
Llama Llama Red Pajama.
I could call CPS on the mom. She's
She just
extremely
needs to get off
neglectful.
the
The kid's
phone.
having a fucking breakdown upstairs, and like you're gabbing on the phone
Yeah,
doing the
so
dishes.
true.
Having said that, like the kid is definitely annoying. But like, what if the kid was actually having an issue and Mama Llama is like just being, you know, a deadbeat downstairs?
Have you seen the people like these killjoys that try to say "I love you forever" is weird when the mom
Yeah.
brings the ladder? It's
Okay.
like it's a fucking cartoon, you idiots.
Right.
Like we know the mom is being
Right, that she's not really going to do that. Or when like he's holding the mom. Like, of course, that's not like actually happening. It's a book.
You guys, I actually feel like I'm the person you're talking about.
Oh, come
Because let me tell you,
on.
I love the book, but like, what is that bitch doing with a ladder? Like, it was really crazy. And then when like the little,
I would get a ladder. I
when
would
he's
do
like
it.
carrying his
like
mom.
what that woman is doing is what we all feel we want to do.
Yeah.
No, I
It's
don't
a
think she's
feeling.
actually doing it, of course. But it is jarring to see.
The idea is, I love
illustration.
you so much. I miss you so.
course.
And literally, if we've heard out our kids were being bullied at school, we would drive in a car to the school, find that fucking kid. Like we have insane thoughts of what you would do in protecting your kids. So
So a ladder doesn't seem like a lot.
it's nothing. This is like a beautiful act of kindness and love for your child.
No, I agree.
But when you turn that last page,
I know. It's really beautiful.
We won't spoil it.
Go take 30 seconds of your day and
Yeah.
read one of the best books, the second best children's book ever. The
Camper and the Counselor. I'll reach out to your
Yes.
team. I'll
Yes,
send
please.
a copy for
Signed
Shiloh.
copy.
Yes.
Dearest Shiloh.
She will love it.
Oh, I love it. I love.
Can't wait to
children's
see you in the
books.
group chat.
Yes.
No,
XO.
someone to Tom Segura. I
Of
know
course,
he will love
of course.
I'm gonna send it to Tom.
would
I'm
love
gonna
it.
make sure. He got a couple. They got a couple.
Oh, yeah,
kids.
they do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we really appreciate your time.
Thank you guys
We
so
do.
much
Now
for
it's
chopping it up.
over.
Now
I
it's
need
over.
you guys next time you're in the city. I know that
I
you're
live here, so
but
I'm-
like I need,
I'll come.
We're available.
we come up,
Jackie.
we hang out.
We might.
I know you'll cancel, but it will be
We
okay.
actually, no, if we actually have something set, like we would.
We will
We're
go.
very professional, but when
Got
it's
it.
like a social thing,
Of course. Why?
Yeah. Especially
yeah.
when you can't drink. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. Wait. Why? Oh, you can't drink
I'm
because of
pregnant.
this, and then you can drink.
I'm not a big drinker.
Really? What's your vice?
Oh, these days,
Sourdough.
sourdough. Yeah.
What about a drug or something like that?
Not these days,
Nothing,
you know, because
yeah.
I can't be impaired whatsoever when I need to like wake up and
Yep.
be a mom.
Yep.
And I can't make my life any harder than it already is by having a migraine or being dehydrated, feeling like shite.
Very logical.
You
What
know?
about you? Are you a big drinker?
No, not really big
You know
drinker.
what? I have a question for you,
Yeah.
before, and then we'll let you
I don't
go.
really do it. I don't like weed or anything. Weed makes me sad. I like the
Oh,
social
weed makes me so
aspects.
panicky.
Really? You get anxiety.
I don't smoke pot because I'll take myself to the hospital. Like, it's just like, I'm like, this can't be the thing everybody's smoking. What's going on? I hate weed.
yeah,
hate.
who are these people that get relaxed when they do it?
Or like some people look at like, I'm so productive. What?
yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. What are you saying? You,
My question for you,
Yeah.
because I feel like we're at the similar stage in our lives, same with Claudia, where like, you know, you're having children, you want to be present for them. It's different for women because we have to like take time off and do things. But do
Absolutely.
you find that right now, like you're maybe doing less or saying no to more stuff, like to be
Professionally?
home?
100%.
Like, do you feel like early fatherhood has affected your career?
100%.
Yeah. Okay. So
But
men,
I don't
It doesn't
think-
look that way as an outsider.
I don't think like this press run I went on was like insane, but in terms of but I baked that into what this was going to be. I don't think it's negatively impacted my career in terms of like, oh, there aren't opportunities that I can do, but I think, to be honest, it's like made everything better.
I
So
think
we
net
both say that.
same.
That's why we
Yeah.
love this particular job, like being content creators and podcasters. Like I have found our numbers went up when I announced that I was pregnant. You get more brand opportunities. Like there's
more people
not
can relate to you.
not a lot of
become a
jobs where
real
you can say
person.
that.
Yeah, you have more to say. You
Yeah.
think more and you feel more. And so net, it's really good for
So
our
much
world.
better.
But
It's
yes,
so
like
much better.
opportunities, there are less things I can do and you have to take time off. And
Yeah, but most people can't say that like when they got pregnant at their job, they got more opportunity. Like, and that's how I felt.
right, but I was just curious for you in the same industry mostly.
But different.
In
I-
new fatherhood who also like wants to be home if you feel the same.
What I would say is that like I'm not turning down a huge opportunity because I have that privilege being the dad, not the mom,
Yeah.
where like she's not relying on me for sustenance for the
Right.
first year.
Yeah.
But I don't put as much time into work.
Yeah.
I have to be really smart about the time I put to
Yeah.
work, which makes you more effective. It also forces you, at least for me, what I hope is like to hire effectively. So back in the day, I would just be like, I'm going to do it all. I don't do it all. I have people way more talented than me helping me with everything. I don't want to like take away credit from them, but like I'll stay 14 hours. I'll edit this thing with you. Then I'll go write that thing and I'll do this. And like, you can't do
You
it
need to
anymore.
delegate.
And then you need to do what all these professional shows do, which is you start building out teams and different responsibilities. It's
Time,
like,
Claudia.
like no, for real.
yeah.
I do the same thing that you guys are going through is the exact same thing. But what you realize is once you do that, and I'm not saying we've done that, but once you do that, you can grow 100x.
Yeah, it will make you better.
Yeah, of
that
course.
thing that you had to do because you were slipping made you better.
Yeah, because you have people more talented than you taking responsibility for these different parts of
Yeah.
the business. If this podcast, if I hire somebody to run this podcast and that's their baby and they're thinking about every second of every day, I'm thinking about my baby every second of every
Right.
day.
Yeah.
If that's their baby, imagine how big that could go.
Yeah.
We got to be smart with who we hire, obviously. But like, what if we get those people that are as dedicated as us, but even more talented?
Hard to find.
But it should be. If it
Yeah.
was easy,
Yeah.
everybody
Everyone
would
would
do
have
it.
it. So
That's a very
true.
But
good
you got to
point.
find those diamonds in the rough, and then all of a sudden you see these things grow. Like I've seen just from people that I've hired, like this kid who was doing my social with me, Shifty, and we're editing clips. Like the amount that I can just offload to him, the amount of like days that saves me.
Yeah.
What if I could do that with every aspect? Even with Dove, everything that he's done, like the amount of like incoming calls, offers that people, agents, producers that he's talking to before it even gets to me.
That's nice. Yeah.
If I was doing it, I wouldn't have any time with Shiloh, wouldn't have any time with anything. How many more of those people is it possible to find and then grow? And now having a kid and limiting our time actually made us grow 50x.
Right.
Because it made us be smart instead of like bare knuckling everything.
Right.
strategic.
Doing everything.
Yeah.
That's a really good lesson for us, Claudia. And
Yeah.
everything that we learned today, I feel like we need to
Just like jot it down.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
We love to
apply
like
it.
say we're going to do stuff and don't.
Practical application
Of policy. I love that.
That's
That's
what
the
you guys
Kamala
do.
thing.
Okay.
That's what she
Wait,
said.
What
a
did she
lot.
say?
Jackie was actually extremely taken with this one thing Kamala Harris said on the Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yeah.
She was talking about, and she said it like this, practical application of policy.
She's really big on that.
And so we don't really know what it means, but sometimes you just got to practically apply the policy, you know? And we find ourselves like not doing that, but we really need to.
But we gotta make an effort to practically. What is it? PAP?
Practical application of policy.
Oh, PAP.
Paup. It doesn't
Paup.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
Rap.
Practical.
Skip the O.
Yeah, PRAP. Yeah. Okay,
Love
we're
that.
gonna get it. We're gonna
Okay.
get it.
Now we are officially letting you go this time, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk about.
Get your PAPs, guys.
Yes. Get
You
your
gotta
paps.
get your PAPs.
That
Thank you
too.
so much for being here, guys. Thank
Thank
you for
you so
listening.
much.
We will see you tomorrow.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.